Good evening, guys. Welcome to another session of Sunday Setups. I'm your host, Jacob, and today I'll be bringing you a forecast of things to look out for this week, the start of August. I mean, it's crazy we're in August already, but we are at the start of August. So I'm going to be bringing you things to look out for on the charts this week. Before we do get started, as always, please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring more content like this for you guys. We will try and reach out to anyone who does have a question in the comments also. Also hit us up at www.litcapital.co.uk for any inquiries regarding mentoring or other services, other trading services. Just browse the website, man. Let us know. We want feedback on the website as well. If it's like user friendly, if you guys like the layout or there's things that we can improve on. We would love some feedback. So hit the contact us and any inquiries, we will get someone reach out to you in the team. So before we get into the chart, we're going to check the economic calendar as always. Last week wasn't really that great, I'll be honest, in terms of setups available, coming to the end of the month. We probably had a solid 2.5 weeks worth of trades, though. That's one thing I will say. So as we travel through this trading journey, we have to understand that there's not always going to be a widespread amount of setups available every week. So you have to be grateful in regards to the big moves that you do catch, and you have to kind of be happy and be content at some stage, because otherwise, if you're trying to just trade every week, what I've found anyway is I'm looking at things and looking at setups thinking, yeah, this could be something. And then realistically, it turns out it's not. So, out of the great weeks that we did have, it's outweighed the bad week of last week. So it was pretty slow. Volume didn't seem as at large as what it normally was. So maybe it's because it was coming to the end of the month. We wasn't really getting that full blown, velocity and what we normally see in the market. So just a heads up, guys, like it was a bit quiet last week, but that was due to it probably being the coming days of the end of the month. So August is here, and back again, like new setups, new data, and new fundamental updates and things to drop this month. So I'm really excited for this month. I do think it could be as prosperous as July was, coming into the second half of the year. So when we was actually coming into the second half, we kind of said, the volume is due to start increasing, and July definitely proved that for us. So yeah, getting into the economic calendar, if we do, one things that do stand out to me is we have some PMI data coming out for the Euro country. Well, yeah, Germany, France, and Italy. We also have some English as well as US. So things to look out for and take into consideration. We could actually see some moves tomorrow morning. And then we head into Tuesday, where we have the interest rate decision for Australia, which is 5:30 in the morning. So definitely, going to be an early start on Tuesday for sure, as well as some unemployment data coming out of New Zealand. So that's 11:45. So definite, things to look out for. I always look out for unemployment data and interest rates. They're very exciting to me. So I look forward to when they're released, because it does give us that impulse. So just letting price action obviously show us what it needs to show us, but that's the excuse right there. Wednesday, retail sales, ADP, employment change, and then more PMI for the US, as well as some crude oil stock exchange. So I've been getting back into oil recently, so I've noticed that we do get reactions around the Wednesdays and later on into the week, but we'll see. Thursday, Bank of England interest rate decision. So for those that are interested in the pound, Thursday is the day. I do think it's going to be an opportunity, maybe leading up to before the Thursday. But just be aware of, if you are trading the pound pairs, I think most of the people that I've spoken to, they do trade some type of pound pair. So this is going to be a brilliant day, I believe. Nothing else really. We got a 4-week job claim in US, and then heading out to Friday, we got a monetary policy statement coming out of the Aussie, which will be early hours of the morning, and then we have some unemployment data, excuse me, for Canadian dollar and NFP. So we're here again, man. Like there's definitely gonna be some high impact stuff regarding a whole load of currencies. So, roll back into it and let's see what price action is showing us. So those are the things to look out for. If you guys aren't fundamentally in tune with what data is coming out, my FX book, check the economic calendar. So before we get into it, I will start with the dollar. I do tend to start with the dollar because it's been on its face for a minute, to be honest with you. So kind of hoping for a bit of a fight back, so to speak, because the dollar overall it's just been heading downwards, man. Downwards. So daily not really showing us anything in regards to a fight back, to be honest with you. 4 hour do still have this area. So I do want it to come back to this area before actually seeing it drop further. And if we head over to the monthly, just going off of what I've been looking at, higher time frame overall, I do think we could see the 91 mark or even the 90 mark around this area here. So still a lot of room for the DXY to come down. So as we edge closer to the election, they could be just using that as the excuse to do this retracement, or it could really be, death for the dollar. But we'll have to wait to see. And just going off of what we can see on the 4 hour time frame, daily is not really showing us too much. I would like to see a pushback up to this area overall. It's kind of plotting on it last week, and it just didn't come. The dollar was just wow, man. Keeps going down. So maybe we can see some dollar strength going into the week or leading up to the NFP or whatever it may be, or maybe NFP gives us the spike in this area before continuing lower. But overall, still bearish on it. I do think we can get some type of bullish action on it, just as a retracement, because the majors against the dollar have they've been having a field day, to be honest with you. So that's what I've got for the DXY. So I'm gonna start with AUD USD and showing you the daily picture. I do think we can still get a retracement a bit lower because, as we were saying, the DXY has just been showing us no fight back whatsoever. So we are hoping for a bit of a retracement. We are aware of this candle area here, but we do see some mitigation plays already happening. And I do think, we touched the 72 level, which was, if you go on the weekly, we had that outstanding area. Well, I was actually looking at a sell, around this area, but it's actually breached higher. So now that it's taking liquidity above, I do think maybe we can get a retracement lower, possibly to the 70 mark, around the 70 mark. So monitoring it, obviously seeing our price action is, but we do have a candle at the 7,300 as well, which is just before that that higher time frame imbalance. So that could be something too. Whether we get a spike into the imbalance, I'm not sure. But obviously, I do think we can get a move to this area. A reaction from this area, excuse me, or maybe for another entry for a buy. As I'm not convinced the dollar's gonna give us some type of real move back up, not before heading lower anyway. So that's all I got for AED USD. We'll be posting it in the Discord as well. Then I'm going to go over to GBP USD, another pair that's been, having a field day, so to speak, just wowing. So overall, we was looking at this sell area on the weekly time frame. It looked like a bit of a sell structure, but now we could actually be, heading above to the 132 mark. So I do think we can get to that area overall, but not before having a bit of a pullback, because as you can see, the daily super bullish, very bullish. So I do believe we can get a bit of a retracement. Areas that I am kind of interested in would be this point here. Obviously, bearing in mind there are other areas that it didn't really come to. So obviously, you have to play the mitigation play of which is first in line in regards to the nearest swing as well, the newest swing, should I say, and see if we can get a reaction from there. But 132, I do believe, is where GBP USD is trying to overall head towards, before even attacking higher. But we have to see. It all depends on the interest rate for the pound as well, where there have been some preliminary talks regarding interest rates actually being cut for the pound. So if that happens, it's not really the best of news. So we'll see anyway, in regards to what price action is showing us. But overall, I don't see a reason as to why it's going to come down super hard yet, because we've had nothing really showing us. So hopefully we can get a retracement early into tomorrow. 70 pip retracement early into tomorrow, and then maybe we can get a move back higher. Again, it will be posted in the Discord for those that are in there. Check the chart section out. Other pairs I was going to go for euro pound, but I want to see some more price action on it, so I'm not really going to show you guys that. So oil, I was looking at last week, and for those that were in the chart section, I was actually looking at oil from this area here, where we did get a bit of a reaction, but then we flushed through. So overall, it's still bullish, but I wasn't anticipating the deep retracement it did give. And if it did come to this area, I was actually looking for it to come and fill this imbalance. But as we can see, we have a area here which is come back into and played from. So excuse me, I do think oil it could be on its way right now. So tomorrow specifically, I will be monitoring just a smaller time frame price action, just to see if it can be a buy up into the areas that we have highlighted, with this target sitting here, the 42.50 area, and we also have the overall $44 area, which I kind of spoke about last week also. So new month, I'm still thinking oil is going to head upwards. There's been no chat about slowing world economy down with the coronavirus. So as long as we stay corona free and business is still actually able to move around, I don't see why oil should dump again. So playing back into that area, yeah, we could head upwards from where we are. The price and the time, excuse me, of when it was kind of fiddling around, I didn't really want to enter because it was late into the Friday, and I was like, I don't really want to hold this trade. So gonna look to see what we get with oil, but it can go from where it is. So for those that do trade it, just be on alert in regards to trying to get entry come Monday morning. And last but not least is US 30. So I just delete that. US 30. So again, it's pretty similar to oil in regards to playing into this daily candle area. It's had a great reaction in regards to 500 pips upwards. Whether it wants to take off, which it kind of does look like it. I had this area lower marked, but it didn't really fill the imbalance. So whether it wants to fill the imbalance before and also taking out these equal lows here, we'll have to see. So just bearing in mind though that this actual candle is the start of the daily candle. So whether or not it wants to come lower, it can because it hasn't actually filled 50%. It's kind of touched a third of the way. It can come lower. So hopefully we can get that move into this area. It would for me be ideal and where I'd want to play from. For those that do trade US 30, you got to be quite precise just in regards to your stop loss. If your stop loss is not in the area in terms of your risk management as well, you can't really be having a massive risk on this, because it will wipe you out for those guys that do trade. But we do have a target here above with the 27,250 double top, which would be a great trade. So definitely looking at that at some stage to be taken out. before heading higher. I do believe we can get this to the 28,000 mark, 28,500 as well before the elections. So, I do think they're building it up until the elections come. So we'll have to see what actually happens regarding later in the year. So, but the elections are coming up in the US for those that are aware. And that's those are all of the setups that I have for today for you guys. So they'll be all thrown in the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, please check out our website, and you'll be prompted with ways to actually join our Discord. You just have to give us your name and email address, and you can join for free uh, afterwards as well. But yeah, do check out the website for any inquiries in regards to access to the Discord if you're not in there. And for those that are in there, be sure to check out the setups that will be posted from what I've just shown you in the chart section. Remember, guys, yeah, we're in a new month now, so don't fear having to rush any trades, and let the markets play out as normal and let it come to you. But if you see something that meets your criteria, and I've kind of given you any confluences of things you may be looking at in regards to your pairs that you're trading, um, don't hesitate, man. Like, it's only gonna, as long as your risk management's in place, you don't need to fear any of that. So be safe trading, and remember, every day is money day.